Have you ever found yourself thinking about someone over and over again, even when you're not trying to? Their name, their face, or even their presence keeps coming back to your heart, sometimes during prayer, sometimes in silence. It feels strange, maybe even overwhelming. But what if it's not just a random thought? What if it's a sign? In Islam, we believe that the heart is a powerful place where divine signals often begin. So when someone repeatedly enters your heart, it could be Allah placing them there, not without reason, not without purpose. This isn't about emotional attachment or wishful thinking. It's about understanding the spiritual depth behind these recurring feelings. In this video, we'll explore what it might mean when Allah puts someone in your heart repeatedly and how to respond to it with faith, wisdom, and clarity. Because the heart never whispers without reason, especially when guided by Allah. 1. Divine placement. In Islam, the heart is more than just a vessel for emotions. It's a place where divine signals often manifest. When someone repeatedly enters your heart without you actively trying to think about them, it could be a sign that Allah is drawing your attention for a specific reason. This isn't about obsession or overthinking. It's about a subtle, persistent presence that keeps returning to your thoughts unexpectedly. These recurring impressions can't always be explained by logic or coincidence. Allah, who knows the unseen, sometimes places people in our hearts as part of His greater wisdom. The Quran describes the heart as a place of understanding and insight, not just emotion. If someone lingers in your thoughts, especially during moments of reflection or spirituality, it may be a spiritual nudge. Perhaps there's something unresolved, a hidden blessing, or a lesson tied to that person. Maybe their presence in your heart is a call to pray for them, forgive them, or reflect on your connection with them in the light of faith. Rather than dismissing it as random, it's worth pausing and acknowledging that Allah's guidance often begins in the quiet places of the soul, through the heart. Recognize it as a sacred whisper, not just a passing thought. 2. Purposeful reminder. Sometimes Allah places someone in your heart, not for attachment, but as a reminder, gentle, persistent, and meaningful. This person may not be part of your present life, yet they continue to visit your thoughts at odd moments. It's easy to brush it off as random, but in Islam, we are taught that even thoughts can be signs. These reminders may come during prayer, during a peaceful moment, or even in dreams, subtle signals meant to awaken your awareness. Their presence in your heart might not mean a future relationship or contact. It could simply mean your soul is being reminded of an obligation, a past mistake, or even a missed opportunity for goodness. The thought might be there to rekindle your sense of compassion, gratitude, or humility. It could also be a way of Allah protecting your heart from arrogance by reminding you of someone who once impacted your life in a way you forgot. These reminders are not always about the other person. They are often about your inner self. How you react to such thoughts can reflect your spiritual state. So when someone keeps returning to your heart, take a moment to ask, what is Allah trying to remind me of through this? 3. Spiritual meaning. In Islam, every event, feeling, and moment is filled with meaning. When someone repeatedly comes into your heart, it may be an invitation to reflect on what Allah is trying to show you through that experience. Our faith teaches that nothing happens by chance, especially matters of the heart. The repetition itself is a sign worth paying attention to. It's not always about the individual, but the spiritual impact their presence in your thoughts might be having on you. Sometimes, These recurring thoughts serve as mirrors, revealing something deeper within your soul. Are you being reminded of a forgotten value, like patience, forgiveness, or trust? Or perhaps it's awakening a part of your faith that needs growth. Allah may be using the memory of a person to teach you something your heart needs before your mind even understands it. This is why spiritual awareness is so important. If you're connected to your faith, you'll recognize that repeated thoughts are not just mental noise. They could be divine whispers, calling you toward a greater understanding. So instead of ignoring such moments, turn inward and reflect with sincerity. Ask yourself, what is the deeper message here? Often, that's where the real spiritual growth begins. 4. Different possible reasons. When someone consistently appears in your heart, there can be various spiritual reasons behind it, each unique to your journey. Sometimes Allah places that person in your thoughts because you are meant to help them in a way only you can. It might be through a kind word, a silent prayer, or a gesture of support that brings ease to their life. At other times, you might be the one who needs to learn something from them, about patience, humility, or even the reality of letting go. There are moments when the connection is about growth. Allah may be showing you how to understand human emotions with more depth, or how to forgive someone who hurt you, even if from afar. The person might also represent a chapter you haven't fully closed, someone tied to your destiny for a reason you've yet to uncover. Or perhaps you're meant to walk part of your life path with them, not forever, but for a season that shapes you. Not every heart connection is meant to result in a relationship or reunion. Some are simply divine lessons, disguised as persistent thoughts. Understanding the purpose requires reflection, sincerity, and a willingness to see beyond the surface of the emotion. 5. Turn to dua. When your heart keeps returning to the thought of someone, the most powerful response is to turn to dua. Dua is not just a request, it's a conversation with Allah, a means of seeking clarity when the heart is uncertain. You may not fully understand why someone is on your mind, but Allah does. He is Al-Basir, the all-seeing, and Al-Hakim, the most wise. While your emotions may fluctuate, His wisdom is constant. Instead of overanalyzing or acting hastily, bring the matter to Allah in sincere supplication. Ask with humility, Ya Allah, if this person is part of your plan for me, make it clear. If not, remove them from my heart with ease. This simple act invites divine clarity and peace. Dua also protects the heart from becoming overly attached to thoughts or people that may not be good for you. Often, we seek answers from our own feelings, but true direction comes from Allah. Through dua, you not only seek understanding, but also submit your heart's confusion to the one who created it. That submission is where real healing and guidance begin. Trust that Allah hears every whisper and that no sincere dua ever goes unanswered, though the response may come in ways we don't always expect. 6. Trust in Allah's wisdom. There is immense peace in trusting that Allah's wisdom governs every detail of your life, even the people who pass through your heart. Sometimes we search for logical reasons or emotional explanations for why someone keeps appearing in our thoughts, but not everything is meant to be understood right away. Part of faith is learning to be still, patient, and trusting that Allah knows what we do not. The human heart is delicate, and Allah, the one who created it, knows how to guide it with perfection. If someone continues to occupy your heart, it may be part of a bigger picture that hasn't yet unfolded. Rather than forcing answers or resisting the feeling, Surrender it to Allah with full trust. His timing is flawless, and His wisdom is always for your ultimate good. Sometimes, what feels confusing today may be the very thing that shapes your strength, growth, or future clarity. Trusting Allah doesn't mean you will have all the answers. It means you believe that whatever He places in your life or removes from it is done with purpose and mercy. When you allow your heart to rest in that belief, you'll find ease, even in the midst of unanswered questions. When someone stays in your heart, don't ignore it. Turn to Allah, reflect, and trust His wisdom. Every feeling has a reason, and every reason can lead to growth if you respond with faith. If this video brought you peace or clarity, please like, share, and subscribe to Inner Deen for more soulful reminders. Before you go, say this beautiful dua in the comments. Ya Allah, guide my heart to what is written for me and protect it from what is not. Let's fill the comment section with prayers and light. Jazakallah khair for watching.